Hi, this is Lisa Loves to Crochet and Knit. Today I'm going to show you how to crochet this cute little elephant with googly eyes. And we're just going to start in the center, right around these loops here. So what you'll need is a crochet hook, and I'm using a size H. And then a pair of scissors, a tapestry hook, or needle, sorry, and some googly eyes, and some yarn. I'm choosing blue. This is a red heart. It's just labeled as blue. And then I start with a magic loop. And then I'm going to chain one. And I'm going to get my hook ready, so I'm going to do a half double crochet around that googly eyes and around my loop. So I'm going to do 8 half double crochets around the googly eyed little loop. Okay, so I have my 8 half double crochets around the loop, and I tighten my loop a little bit. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the yarn and I'm going to pull it behind one of the eyes, the closest one to my hook, and I'm just going to loop it, pull it through that loop. So it tightens that right there. And then I'm going to grab yarn over, and I'm going to do 3 half double crochets in between the eyes. There's 1, there's 2, and there's 3. And then I'm going to do the same thing into the other eye. I'm just going to wrap it around, like pull like a little slip stitch. And then I'm going to slip stitch to the beginning. Whoops. My yarn's a little tight there. And then I'm going to chain 1. Okay. Now I'm going to do 2 half double crochets in each stitch around. And I'll meet you when I get close to his first eye over here. Okay, so I've completed, there's 2 half double crochets in each of the stitches around half of that. And then I'm going to put 1 half double crochet really close to his eye. And then I'm going to put another one in that same stitch, so I'm still repeating that pattern. And then this one right here, you can see this little loop there. I'm going to go behind and try to pick that up. Now if it's too tight, then I'll just go to the next stitch. So, but that's my goal, is to pull it tight in there, and then just there. I did my little half double crochet, and I'm going to try to do another one in that same stitch, and it will seem really tight, and it is tight to get that stitch in there, but I did it. And then I'm going to do to the next one, you're going to have to pull it to the back. Don't know if you can see this. I'm pulling the loops closer out from the eye so I can see the loops on my hook. And I'm going to do 2 half double crochets in the next, in that same stitch. So there's 2 in this one, and there's 2 in this one still. So I'm still repeating my pattern. And then the next one, I'm going to put 2 more half double crochets in there. And then now I've completed that. So I have 6 stitches behind here. And I think I have, see if I have 8 in the first row, then I have at least 16 for the 2 for that row. And then I'm going to, well, see this one right here, I don't think I'll be able to get into, the one that's closest to that. There's a stitch right here, I don't know if you can see. Well, it's going to be too tight for me to get into. So I'm not even going to bother. I'm going to try to get into the next one. Right here. And do 2 more so it completes the circle. and then I'm going to slip stitch to the beginning. Oops. So there's the front of the elephant. So you've gone around his head right here. Okay, so I have a chain 1. In this row, I'm going to do 1/2 double crochet in that stitch, and then I'm going to do 1 in the next stitch, and I'm going to do 2 half double crochets in the next, and I'm just going to repeat that pattern around. Oops. There's nothing fancy about this row. It's just going to repeat that pattern all the way around, so I'll meet you at the end of that row. Okay, so I've completed that round. I'm just going to slip stitch to the beginning. I'm going to chain 1. So you're going to chain 1, cut your yarn. And so I've only done 1, 2, 3 rows. You can do a 4th if you want, and you just follow the pattern, but I'm going to stop there. So I'm just going to start with a slip knot on my crochet hook, and I'm just going to kind of go what's going to be even for the ears. So 1, 2, get a couple stitch markers here. 1 there. Let's put 1 directly across from there. So this will be the bottom of the ears that I'm kind of eyeballing it. Let's make that one. This one's got to go higher. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's make it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That'll be fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 more up. Okay, are they kind of centered a little bit? So they're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The top. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that's where I'm going to put the ears. You can kind of see what I did. So that way I have, you know, they're matching, symmetrical. So I'm going to start with this side, and I'm going to start where this little marker is. I'm going to take that out. Whoops. Insert my crochet hook, and I'm going to try to crochet around that end. So I'm just going to single crochet it to attach it, and then I'm going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3, and then I'm going to wrap my yarn. We're going to do a treble crochet, and I'm going to do 1 treble crochet in that stitch. Actually, I'm going to do 2. So this counts as 1, and here's 3. So we're going to have a total, whoops. I'm going to put 2 treble crochets with the chain 1, if I can do it yet. Okay, so there's the bottom part of the ear. And then the next stitch, I'm going to do 2 treble crochet. So I'm just going to wrap it around my hook, yarn over twice. Whoops. So there's my 2. And in the next stitch, I'm going to do 1 double crochet and 1 treble crochet. So I'm going to double crochet in the next stitch, and then in the same stitch, I'm going to put a treble crochet, and then the next stitch I'm going to put 2 treble crochets. Okay, now my last stitch, I'm going to put 2 treble crochets. I'm going to take that stitch marker out. Okay, there's my 2 treble crochet, and now I'm going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to slip stitch to the beginning, and I'm going to chain, and there's my ear. So he's got a little indentation. So there's my left ear, and then now I'm going to do the right ear, and I start with a slip knot on my hook, tighten it, and then I'm going to start at the top part of this, insert my hook. I'm going to take the stitch marker out, and I'm going to take these ends and try to crochet around them. Oh, I can't do that when it's too far apart. It'll show. Okay, so I'm just going to single crochet around the one to attach it, and I'm going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to repeat exactly what I did on this side. So I'm going to do 2 treble crochets in the same stitch. Whoops. And then the next one I'm going to do 2 treble crochets. And then the next one I'm going to do a double crochet and a treble crochet. Whoops. And then the next stitch I'm going to do 2 treble crochets. And in the last stitch I'm going to do 2 treble crochets. Okay, and then I'm going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to slip stitch in that same space as where I was crocheting those treble crochets. Then I'm going to chain 1, pull up a knot, and cut my yarn. There's my ears. And then for the trunk, I take a slip knot, tighten it on my hook, and then I go in between these two in the center part. Oops. And I'm just going to single crochet those to that, and I'm going to chain 27. Okay, so I've chained my 27. It looks really long, but it's going to shorten up. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to, okay, so now I'm going to wrap my hook around, or I'm just going to single crochet, skip 1, and I'm going to do 3 single crochets in each chain across, and it makes it curly. So just 3 single crochets in each stitch back to the elephant. Okay, so I've single crocheted, I skipped 1 and I single crocheted in each stitch around, and it made it curly. And then so now I've completed it back, and so I'm gonna cut my yarn. I'm gonna pull a little bit through to make it a knot, and then I'm gonna take this little end and I'm going to weave it back here when I weave in my ends, like so. Thread my tapestry hook, and then I'm just going to knot it back here, and then I'll weave in my ends, and there you have your little elephant. And there you have it. You have your googly-eyed elephant. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.